music of Ally McBeal.
Tisk, tisk. So that's your answer to my proposal? I walk out that door, 50 mil goes with me.
Because I won't marry you?
You make it sound like a death sentence.
Well, it would be.
That's because you're looking at it all wrong, okay? The way I see it, I'll be helping you protect that lie you live in. Pretending that Parker's father is John Dixon when we both know it's Hal.
You would do it. You would blow the whistle on me. You would tell my sister.
Rosanna's lawyers will be on you like white on rice. But since we're speaking about rice, wouldn't it be much nicer to have some raining down on us as we walk out of a church as man and wife? Come on, Carly, can't you see it? Flashbulbs popping, guests applauding, little tin cans dangling from the back of our rolls. It's up to you. You can keep the 50 mil and you'll get me as a bonus. Or you can kiss it all goodbye. It's your call.
You can't be asking this of me.
I'm asking you to trust me, the man you're gonna marry.
But I don't see what one has to do with another. I like Dr. Hamilton.
Here. You want a therapist? Check under T. Or P for psychologist, or S for shrink.
But what do you have against Dr. Hamilton?
He falls under Q for quack. Julia, 6 months ago, you didn't know the man existed. And now you're saying you can't live without him?
Jack, he wants what's best for me, just like you do.
Oh, do you hear yourself? You're now equating him with me.
Wait. Okay. Now you ask me to understand you, to trust you. Well, I'm asking you to trust me. I don't see why you can't understand that this is for our benefit. Now, yes, I have made progress, but I still have so many issues that I need to resolve.
What are these issues?
I want to be a whole person. Jack, I want you to be proud of me.
Julia, I am proud of you. I mean, look what you've accomplished. You've kicked this damn addiction.
With Reed's help.
Now, see, you're not giving yourself enough credit. You're stronger than you think. You don't need Reed Hamilton.
I was with a patient, Rita. You know you are not to interrupt me.
Are you the father of Lily Snyder's baby?
What?
I must know.
What would make you say such a thing?
This. Her baby is having a transfusion, and as you can see for yourself, Holden Snyder is not the father.
Does Holden know?
If he doesn't now, he will soon.
I can't get rid of the feeling that something is wrong.
Lily,
There's something that they're not telling us.
Well, they're doctors, okay? They're supposed to look serious.
I'm just so worried about a little girl.
Me too. But we just have to keep the faith, okay?
There's no doubt about it. This test confirms the earlier one.
Two A positives cannot produce an AB negative child, which means Holden can't be Hope's father.
I've known Lily and Holden most of their lives. The idea that she could have conceived that little girl with anyone other than Holden, I can't believe it, man.
But you can't debate the results, Bob. What's important is we have to help that baby. She needs a blood transfusion.
What is it? What? You found something else, haven't you?
As the world turns.
This is my life, Jack. Mine, not yours. And I am sorry if it makes you angry, but I need to continue my sessions with Dr. Hamilton.
Julia.
Now, you say that you understand. But if you did, then you would realize that Reed is the only reason that I'm recovering from this addiction.
You see, he's got you convinced that he was the only one who could help you with this. You're like his puppet.
I'm a puppet? Thanks a lot.
All I'm saying is that you're stronger than you think.
Since when are you licensed to practice medicine in this state?
Well, I know it's not healthy to rely on him so completely.
And any other doctor would be just fine.
It's killing me the way he's come between us like this. Julie, will you at least think about seeing someone else?
You have no right to ask me that.
Look, I hate arguing with you about this. I'm worried about you. If you won't stop seeing him for yourself, do it for me, for us.
Jack, stop it! I mean it. Don't make me choose.
Me, I'm a kid, a picky kid. You're saying big deal. All kids are. Yeah, but I'm a legend. I won't eat anything green, fishy, mushy, spicy, rectangular, or red. Now my mom's gonna try rice-a-roni. Huh, I'm gonna sit here till I turn 18. Well, maybe just one bite.
Dinner doesn't have to be dramatic with rice-a-roni. Kids like it, and that's something you'll really like. And now try herb roasted chicken flavor and pastaroni garlic Alfredo.
Maybe there are worse things, but when you get a yeast infection, you can't think of any, till you see how much it costs to cure it. So, I rely on Mycelex 3. Works just as well as Monostat, but costs less. My choice, my cure, is Mycelex.
Question: how do dermatologists visibly reduce the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines caused by the sun? With Neutrogena Anti-Wrinkle Cream. With retinol, the purest form of vitamin A, to work deeper within the skin surface, reducing the appearance of wrinkles. Neutrogena Anti-Wrinkle Cream.
Watch carefully. Fresh lemon scent, plus Palmolive antibacterial formula. Together at last. Ta-da! New Palmolive Lemon Antibacterial. Cuts grease on dishes, fights germs on hands. New Palmolive Lemon Antibacterial. Ta-da!
Here are 4 reasons to own a Bug's Life in just one day. Flick.
What do you think?
Francis.
Shoe fly, don't bother me.
Dot. Heimlich.
Candy corn!
A Bug's Life, rated G. One great movie, 4 collectible packages. You can own it tomorrow.
Kids believe bubbles are made of magic. They're absolutely convinced they have a friend they see, and you don't. And they're certain their dad is the strongest man in the world. What they don't realize is that Juicy Juice is 100% juice, with no added sugar and lots of vitamin C. All they know is they love the way it tastes. But that's okay, because what kids don't know, moms do. Juicy Juice from Libby's, 100% juice for 100% kids.
The news is disappointing, Lily.
We can't use Holden's blood for the transfusion. Why not?
I don't understand that.
Well, Hope has a very rare type. We need an exact
Well, if it's so
match.
rare, well then...
Fortunately, the blood bank is very well stocked, and we have her type, enough to do the procedure. But we do need your consent. You'll both have to sign this. Our blood supply is very carefully screened.
Not to press you, but the sooner we do this, the better.
Lily. She needs this, and if we can't give it to her...
Is this safe?
Memorial's blood screening process is state-of-the-art, Lily. Really, the risks are minimal. Okay, I'll go scrub.
May I be with her?
Not during the transfusion itself, but don't worry, I'll take good care of her.
I know you will do. Thank you, Ben.
It's gonna be okay.
Once Hope gets the blood, you'll see a change for the better. If you process this right away.
It's okay. She's gonna be okay.
Where did you get this?
The patient file at the front desk?
Well, you take it back before somebody misses
Wait a
it.
minute, this isn't news to you, is it?
Just take it back, Rita.
You knew about it, I can tell. Don't get mad. Get even.
Rita, just do as you're told. I've kept my patient waiting long enough.
Aye, aye, doctor.
I'm sorry if I'm pushing you too hard.
Well, you are.
It's just... Julia, I hate what's happening to us. I love you. Please look at me. I do, you know.
Then will you please just try
Julia, just think about what I said, okay? I'll go and I'll give you some time. But when Hamilton gets back, I hope you tell him that you've decided to discontinue therapy. And after that, if you want to see someone, well, then we'll get you someone. The best. Okay?
refuse? To become Mrs. Bradley Snyder?
Well, hey, maybe you'll like scraping by on a working girl's wages, clipping supermarket coupons, sticking Parker in a daycare for 10 hours a day. Because that's what will happen when the truth comes out that Hal is really Parker's daddy.
Well, excuse me, Brad. But didn't you swear to me that you wouldn't tell Roseanne about the paternity test?
Yeah, I did. But things have changed, and if I have
Parker
to...
hasn't changed. I thought you cared about him.
I care a hell of a lot about that little guy, okay? I mean, do you think that I built that nursery just to please you? Carly, I put my heart and soul into that. And if you'll marry me, you'll see what a great stepfather I can be. You know Parker loves me. So what do you say? You and I could be Mr. and Mrs. Happily Ever After. Come on, Carly. All you gotta do is utter those ever-popular, that three-letter word. Just...
To think that I considered you my friend.
I'm the best friend you'll ever have.
Ha! The only reason you cozied up to me was to learn my innermost secrets. And the more you learned, the more ammunition you had to blackmail me.
Well, maybe I cozied up to you for another reason.
Such as?
Such as I like being around you.
You like being around my money, more like.
Okay. I used you. But you used me, too. I mean, Carly, we had a blast. But the fun doesn't have to end there.
You're standing here threatening to destroy my life and you're talking about good times?
We had a hell of a ride. Deny it, Carly.
We had a few laughs. Most of the time, we fought like cats and dogs.
That's because we care about each other.
I cared. I thought you did.
Oh, you're just too stubborn to admit that we could click. But you won't do that, will you? You'd rather keep denying what our bodies are telling us. Right now.
The Spot Lifter is Bissell's Wash It Down, Lift It Up, Get On With Your Life cordless deep cleaner. Life's messy. Clean it up.
Hey, tarantula eyes. The more you coat, the more it clumps. Cut the fuss, baby. Get Almay One Coat Mascara for double-sized lashes in one fast coat. And clumps? Forget about it. Double your lashes in one coat with Almay One Coat Mascara.
Dr. Scholl's next stop, San Antonio Zoo.
I want to talk to you about pain.
My feet are shot.
My knees ache.
Lower back. Did you know back and knee pain can be caused by the way you walk?
No.
The way I walk?
If your feet aren't hitting the ground evenly, that can throw everything out of alignment all the way up to your lower back.
This is the Dr. Scholl's Dynastep insert.
Very futuristic.
Its U-shaped design cradles and supports your foot so it hits the ground evenly.
Feels real good on these big old feet.
Like your foot's cupped in the shoe.
I really think these would help my lower back pain.
Would you like a Dynastep insert?
No, don't eat it. No.
Overactive bladder.
Those strong, sudden urges.
Going to the bathroom so often.
Wedding accidents.
Discover prescription Detrol. Detrol is proven effective to treat overactive bladder. Detrol reduced bathroom visits by 2.2 times in 24 hours versus 1.1 times with a sugar pill.
Stay a little longer?
Love to.
1.2 fewer wedding accidents occurred with Detrol versus 0.8 fewer with a sugar pill. Similar decreases over 24 hours. Do not take Detrol if you have certain types of stomach, urinary, or glaucoma problems. The most common side effect is dry mouth at 39.5% for Detrol versus 15.9% for sugar pill. Common but less frequent ones may include dry eyes, headache, constipation, and indigestion.
Head back?
Not right now.
For more product information, call us or ask your doctor about prescription Detrol. Proven effective to treat overactive bladder.
Brad, I asked my doctor about Detrol.
There he is.
James Garner is back to stop the media from hounding a suspect to his death. Rita Moreno and Hal Linden co-star in the final Rockford Files movie, CBS Tuesday.
Well, the transfusion will strengthen her immune system by regenerating the blood cells so that she gets more oxygen supply. But It's almost a certainty that she will need a bone marrow
Wait a
transplant.
minute, this transfusion was supposed to help her. A bone marrow transplant.
She's gonna need a donor, right?
Yeah, well, most of the donors, the successful donors, are siblings.
Oh. Well, Luke, Aaron, that's a half-brother. Both half-brothers.
Yeah, but they're very young, especially Luke. I'd like to start searching for a compatible donor.
Well, tell us what we have to do.
Well, luckily, we're in the age of computer databases, which means the search will be a lot easier.
She's so little to have so many problems.
Lily, she can overcome this. Think of all the ways that she's surprised us already.
I know this is a lot for you guys to absorb, but Ben and I are doing everything we can to make sure that she gets the best treatment. I want to check on the transfusion, see how it's progressing.
When am I going to be able to see her?
Well, let me check and I'll get an update as soon as I can.
Thank you. I know Bob and Ben are great doctors. I trust them.
Well, me too. Now we just need to find a donor.
We will. Because her name is Hope.
Julia, I know you're upset, but you must listen to Mummy. Let me wipe away those tears. Crying won't change anything. Believe me, I know. Now, you're just a little girl, so you can't possibly understand everything that's going on between Mommy and Daddy. But we can't stay together any longer. You have to choose. Daddy or me.
I'm sorry that took so long.
No, it's all right.
Julie, you're upset. Come here, why don't we talk about it?
You finally admitted it. Beneath all the banter and one-upmanship, there's something between us.
That's not what I said. I said that we had some laughs, that we were friends.
Friends.
Yes.
We pals?
Mm-hmm.
Buddies?
Yeah. Buddies.
Well, so maybe we should arrange a play date. Or, better yet, a sleepover?
Brad, please, I want you to stop.
Like heck you do.
You're taking advantage of me.
We're taking advantage of each other. We both have wanted this for a long time.
When your allergies are a nightmare, you need help. Not just any help. You need the power of Zyrtec. Prescription Zyrtec goes to work and keeps on working for 24 hours. And Zyrtec's the only leading prescription antihistamine approved for both indoor and outdoor allergies, from cats and dogs to dust and pollen. In studies, drowsiness was the most common side effect. Others included fatigue and dry mouth. Most side effects were mild or moderate. Most people weren't bothered by them enough to stop taking Zyrtec. To learn more, ask your doctor or pharmacist, or see our ad in Life magazine. So when allergies are a nightmare, and when are they not? Remember the power of Zyrtec.
What's soft as a cloud? A baby's bottom. Thick as a pillar of pillows, or a mountain of mattresses. And strong as a bodybuilder's biceps? Kleenex Cottonelle Ultra Soft. So strong, so thick, so much softer than the leading premium brand. Only Kleenex could bring you everything you ever wanted in a toilet paper, rolled into one.
I was using the all-over baby wash, Johnson's head to toe, when Becky accidentally dropped the bottle and splashed Lauren's face. I got upset. But of course it was okay. It's milder than every baby soap.
Johnson's head-to-toe baby wash.
Hop to it, full-figured gals. Get the biggest news in bras since the 40s. 18 Hours new Comfort Underband, designed to stay put, stay comfy, no matter how you jump or jive. 18 Hours Comfort Underband. Is that a Playtex under there?
When Denise decided to commit suicide, she pulled a gun on a cop.
Milliseconds, these thoughts are going through my mind. Oh, is this kind of joke?
Denise got her wish.
This woman used me to kill her to solve her problems.
And she's not alone. Why do so many commit suicide by cop? Eye on America investigates tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Tonight. You want to come up to the house later for steaks?
I don't eat steak, but I'd love to come up for something
Oh,
else.
wow.
Janet Jackson's on Dave tonight.
A family accused. Will new evidence set them free? 48 hours Thursday.
Oh, poor kid. But she's gonna be okay.
Well, Bob and Ben have been very reassuring.
Well, that's good. Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, you can urge everyone you know to give blood.
Well, I'll donate some, and I'll put up a notice at the station. I mean, we give every year, but I'm sure we can do it again.
That'd be great, Jack.
Are you okay, Jack?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You seem beat.
I guess I am. A little.
Tough case?
Yeah, tough case. But it's nothing compared to what you guys are going through with that little girl of yours.
Ben, how is she? Is Hope okay?
Hope is doing great. She's a real trooper.
So it's over?
And barely a peep out of her.
Can we see her now?
Yeah, but one at a time is best.
Okay. You go first.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, you never said why you were here.
I'm waiting for Julia. She's having a session with her therapist.
Oh. How's that going?
She thinks the guy walks on water.
And you?
Well, I'm hoping this will be your last session. She's off the pills now, right? Why keep on seeing him?
Well, you know, if he's helping her out, Jack, can't hurt.
Can it? Holden, I don't know. There's something just not right about that guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm thankful that he got her off the tranquilizers, but it's like she switched addictions from the pills to him.
Jack thinks that I've transferred my dependence on the pills.
To me, that's not an uncommon reaction.
But I don't think that's true. Do you?
Well, did you and Jack argue about this?
I don't understand why he's being so stubborn, you know? It's like he's...
He's threatened.
Yeah, exactly.
Julia, is it the therapy that Jack is opposed to, or is it me?
I think it's both.
Well, if that's true, then it must make you wonder whether he has your best interest at heart.
What do you mean?
In my experience, when one partner in a relationship tries to influence the other to do something he or she doesn't want to, it's often for self-serving purposes. Well, for example, is it possible that there is someone else out there that Jack could be interested in? And he's trying to cover his guilt by finding fault in you.
You mean that, he may want to end things with me and he's using my therapy as the issue?
You tell me.
No. No, Jack's too honest for that. You know, if he wanted out, then he would just tell me. I don't know. I mean, he does want me to choose between you and him.
And that makes you angry.
Of course it does. I mean, if he really loves me, how could he be so insensitive? I can't make another choice like that. Not again.
Again?
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Julia, I need to know what you meant by that.
I've never told anyone before.
What? What choice did you have to make?
Look, I was really little.
But Julia, I think this is something that we should look at.
I don't want to think about it.
Because it hurts? You know, Julia, sometimes we block things out because they're too painful to face, but they don't go away. They just wait in the darkness in our subconscious. And if we don't deal with them, they can come back to haunt us. Now, you should know about that with your dealings with David Stenbeck. So let's shine some light on this and make it less frightening. Now tell me, Julia, what does this situation with Jack remind you of?
It happened so long ago. It can't possibly have any relevance.
And you said someone asked you to make a choice.
She said they couldn't live together anymore.
Who said? Your mother? Is it? Did you have to give something up? Is that it?
Yeah.
What, Julia?
My father. She made me give up my father.
It's all right. It's all right. Now it's out in the open. Where we can deal with it.
That's it. I've come to my senses here.
And so I guess that means you'll marry me.
No, you guessed wrong. I'm not marrying you. And I'm certainly not going to let you get to me like you almost did just now.
That was almost.
The answer is still no.
Okay. Then it's hello, Rosanna, and goodbye, 50 million clams.
You can't.
Watch me. You think I was bluffing?
Yes. Because if you call Rosanna and I have to surrender that money, where does that leave you, Brett? Tell me that.
Same place I am now, but you, on the other hand...
Don't do it. Please.
Okay. I won't call Rosanna. I'll call Hal.
Hal?
Yeah, Hal will be very interested to know that he's Parker's father. And you'll lose a lot more than just money. You'll lose Parker as well. Yeah, and as a law enforcement officer, Hal would be obliged to arrest you for defrauding Rosanna. You go to jail. Yeah, that's much better. I'll call Hal.
Kevin, whoever it is, just send them away, please.
I'll just be a minute, Kevin.
Hal, I must be living right.
You didn't have to call him. You knew he was coming.
No, I guess this just ain't your lucky day, is it, honey? Hey.
I don't know what it is, but it's ugly, and I want to get rid of it.
Can you see the water spots?
Well, those are minerals from our hard water, I think.
You can hear how thick this stuff is.
It's lime away. Works great. Cleans lime, calcium, and rust.
Oh, this stuff is coming right off without even rubbing it.
Look at that! Looks like a lot of that's coming right off, doesn't it?
It dissolved it instantly.
That's right.
Lime away. The easy way.
And it's going to save me a lot of money because I'm going to fire the cleaning lady.
Don't say that.
Even if it's been a while since your last Breath Saver, don't worry. Because Breath Saver's concentrated core
Thank you. Ooh, nice breath.
works even after the mint is gone.
My allergies make me achoo.
Presenting Children's Tylenol Allergy D. Specially formulated to provide complete relief of your child's allergy symptoms. Children's Tylenol Allergy D. Everything you need.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. Pussycat, pussycat, you're delicious. And if my wish...
Why is it models always look 15? I don't like that.
Her? Please. She has another 20 years before she even has to think about wrinkles.
Right, and I'll look 30 years younger overnight.
At the Pond's Institute, we don't give you hype, we give you results. Our age-defying lotion with these 4 ingredients is proven to visibly reduce fine lines by up to 77%. Age-defying lotion from the Pond's Institute. No hype, just younger-looking skin.
Stay tuned for more of As the World Turns.
Vanessa Williams joins LA doctors as a patient's advocate.
My son is dying.
I'm trying to get him approved as a kidney donor.
But will her blind ambition cost a father his life?
The transplant could kill him.
And one doctor enters the world of X-rated film.
That's her.
To learn a patient's identity.
Claire.
An all-new LA Doctors, CBS tonight.
Thanks to all of you who celebrated CBS 2's Earth Fair at the Santa Monica Pier.
It's a great feeling knowing that Southern California is committed to keeping our planet clean.
And thanks to all of our sponsors who helped make CBS 2's Earth Fair 99 a big hit, man.
Sammy's camera has everything you need to take great pictures, like the Nikon N60 or the new Nikon 800QD. Automatic with built-in zoom and flash. Nikon quality at Sammy's low prices. Sammy's for all your photo needs.
Welcome to the Tropics, LA's exotic hideaway for a unique selection of traditional and unusual plants, flowers, specimen trees, and accessories. Remember the Tropics for sales, rentals, and other professional services. The Tropics, Santa Monica Boulevard near La Brea, Hollywood.
I went to the bank to cash my check, and the lady goes, "Ma'am, this isn't you on your driver's license." And I said, "Yeah, it is." And she goes, "Ma'am, no, this isn't you." And I said, "Yes, it is, but 100 pounds heavier."
Call Lindora, Southern California's #1 medical weight control program.
Nothing's going to make you feel better about yourself until you actually take that step to lose the weight. And it's easy. It's not a diet. You can do it. Everybody can do it.
Deborah did it. You can too. Call Lindora today.
Thinking I better go get a new driver's license. Quickly.
Ken Olin from LA Doctors and actress Lorraine Bracco on Howie.
Joan of Arc, Sunday, May 16th. Log on now to CBS.com or America Online.
How old were you when your parents separated?
9.
And were you aware that they were having problems?
They argued a lot, you know. Doors would slam, but I told myself that's the way that grown-ups acted. Sometimes they would go for days without talking to each other. You know, that was her way of punishing him in the silent treatment. Or she would scream at him, "You're no good. You don't spend enough time at home. I have to raise her by myself." When it got really ugly, I would run to my bedroom, hide my head under the pillow, and start singing. Anything just to drown out the name calling.
These fights, did they ever become physical?
Occasionally, my mother would throw something at him, but he was usually out the door before it landed.
That's pretty scary for a child.
One day, she came into my room with a brand new suitcase for me. It was pink and gray leather, and it had my initials on it. She said that we were going on a trip. She had already packed my clothes in another suitcase, and this one was special. This one was for me to put all of my favorite toys in. I asked her if my daddy was coming too. She said, no, this is a Mommy and Julia trip. No men allowed. She said that she's not going to tell me where we're going. It's a surprise, but we're flying. And I was really, really excited because I'd never been on an airplane before, so I started packing all my stuff, you know, put in my favorite dolls, I put in my ballerina music box, put in some favorite books. She said that we were taking a private jet, and I was a little disappointed because I really wanted to go on an airliner, but she said that would be even more fun. I could tell that she was nervous. Because when we got on the plane, she told the pilot to take off right away. And then, when the engine started...
What?
I heard shouting.
Julia!
It's Daddy. He's coming too.
Charlotte, you can't do this.
Don't.
Let me by. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Isn't it obvious, Charles? I'm leaving you.
Fine, but I'll be damned if you take my daughter with you.
She's my daughter, and she's much too young to be left with the likes of you.
Please don't shout.
Julia, sweetheart, you know how much your daddy loves you.
Yeah, when it's convenient. When you want to show her off at some corporate function. Otherwise, no one would even know you had a daughter.
You're not taking her, and that's final.
We'll see. Julia, sweetheart. Look, Mommy can't live with your daddy any longer. Okay, you have to make a decision. I want you to come with me. But you can stay with Daddy. What do you want to do?
Oh, Charlotte, for God's sake, how can you do this to her? It's all right, honey. Whatever you want, it'll be all right. Daddy will always love you.
Julia, you have to tell us now. Who do you want to live with?
I can't decide. Mommy, don't make me. Please don't make me.
Don't make me.
Jack, I know it's tough having the woman you love dependent upon some other guy, but this guy is a doctor, and if he can help her out...
Yeah, but every bone in my body says he's a phony.
The hospital must have checked Hamilton out.
Yeah, according to Bob, all his references were positive.
Well, don't you think you're a little too close to this thing?
Hey, you're damn right I'm too close to it. It's my fiancé we're talking about. Look, Holden, I don't know how he is with other patients, but with Julia, it's like he's too involved. And you know me, when my brain starts working, it just doesn't stop. So I went to Canada and I checked the guy out myself.
Oh, man, you are worried about this.
Yeah, and everyone I talked to, well, they sang the same song. The doctor's an upstanding guy, and they were all sorry to see him go.
So that's a good thing.
I don't buy it.
Well, why don't you talk to him about your reservations?
I did. He had an answer for everything.
Yeah, like what?
Like when I asked him why he moved to Oakdale. He gave me a doozy of a story there, one I personally didn't believe at all. But Julia, she bought the whole thing. I'm telling you, Holden, he's got her wrapped around his little finger.
You want to tell me what this doozy of a story was?
No, you know, you've got enough to worry about. I'm sorry I dragged you into this.
Listen, for what it's worth, a lot of couples argue about stuff as the big day approaches.
So I hear.
Weddings can be very stressful, Jack. You know, it's supposed to be the happiest time of your life, but it doesn't always work out that way. And maybe it's a good thing, because marriage isn't just one big, long, beautiful dream.
You trying to scare me?
No, I'm just being realistic. Doesn't matter how much you guys love each other. You're gonna come up against things that are gonna test you. Might be something from the past. Could be something new. But whatever it is, you gotta talk about it. You cannot ignore it, or it will just get worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just, you know, Julie and I, we were great before. You know, before all the tranquilizer stuff. I just wasn't prepared for this.
Jack, just hang in there. I promise you, you guys are gonna make it.
You called him.
No, his coming by was pure fate. Karma, kismet, the mysterious hands of God.
Somebody want to clue me in?
More like the hammy hands of Brad Snyder.
Hey, nobody called me.
I accept your apology. What's with all this karma and kismet stuff?
Don't even pay any attention to this one. He's a troublemaker.
And she's paranoid.
Well, I'm sorry to intrude on what has obviously been a delightful afternoon for the two of you, but I found some things for Parker.
Oh. Well, how? Thank you.
As you can see, it's all in the original packaging. Nothing's been opened.
Yeah. I forgot we had this stuff. It's a lot.
I'll say. Toys are how?
Well, you see, when Carly got pregnant, I kind of went a little bit crazy.
Yeah, talk about the mysterious hands of God.
Anyway, I hope that Parker can use these. I was just cleaning house, you know, out with the old and make way for the new. Oh, in case you haven't heard, Barbara and I are getting remarried. Or should I say we're getting remarried?
Well, I guess they say the third time's a charm.
Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, I hope Parker can use these. Barbara and I figured we've got great kids. We're not going to need any baby stuff. So.
Well, you never know. Life is full of surprises.
It's time to experience a sensuous bath spa right at home. The most powerful compact ever. The easy-to-store Conair Water Jet Spa that transforms your tub into an invigorating experience. The Conair Water Jet Spa.
While some folks couldn't sleep, you were peacefully sleeping thanks to new Simply Sleep from the makers of Tylenol PM. It's non-habit forming and eases you into a restful night's sleep. New Simply Sleep.
Guess who's gone way beyond pink? Starting now, Oil of Olay moves into vivid color cosmetics. Radiant reds, blazing bronzes, the purest plums. Eyes sparkle, colors glow. Your skin is beautifully cared for. Olay introduces a line of caring cosmetics. They're as good for your skin as they are for your spirit. Oil of Olay Cosmetics, lasting Olay color that cares.
Ever feel out of it when you run out of something? Like when you need to put in laundry because you're out of clean socks? Well, run into Big Kmart and into our pantry for everything you need all in one place. Tide with bleach sanitizes and gets bacteria out. Outstanding. Throw in the Downy Ball to rinse comfy softness in. Incredible. So if you're out of time, Tide, or Downy, run into our pantry with low prices all the time at Big Kmart.
We're on the highway of life and we're going. Yeah, we're going.
That new Love's diaper now with triple layer protection to help stop leaks sponsors this traffic report. Well, get ready for delays. Really, really long delays. Hey, live and learn and then get Love's. Those new ones.
Don't you have something to do? Something productive, say?
Well, I can take a hint.
It's no hint. I'll say it straight out for you. Buzz off.
Okay, then. I'll go check on my pal, Parker Dixon.
Handyman's a little bit dizzy. Must be all those paint fumes. So, how can I get you anything? Would you like, a beer or a glass of wine?
No, thank you. I'm just fine.
Joe, thanks for bringing all this stuff for Parker. I know he's really going to love it.
I'm glad he can use it. Of course, I was thinking of him when I bought it, when I thought...
When you thought you were his daddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for the way things worked out for us.
All's well that ends well. You're rich. You've got Parker.
And that's what makes me really rich.
Glad to see you've got your priorities straight.
Yeah? Yeah, I have. Finally. Well, I know that's what you're thinking. You're just too nice to say it. And you have Barbara. Seems like that's meant to be.
I think so.
Well, I'm happy for you, Al. I mean that.
Thank you. We're pretty happy, too. Well, Curly, it looks like everything kind of worked out just the way it was supposed to. No loose ends.
No? No loose ends?
She's better?
After one transfusion, we have our little girl back.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, Holden was just telling me what you guys are going through.
She's not out of the woods yet, but she's alert. She's smiling, and I know once we find a bone marrow donor that matches, she's gonna be perfect. Right back to normal.
With the two of you at her side, who can go wrong? You're a real inspiration.
Thank God it's working.
Yeah, I couldn't hope for a better response.
Sorry, you know, I still have trouble with the fact that Holden's not the father.
Yeah. Any more thoughts on how you want to handle it?
You think we should tell them?
It's the ethical thing to do. I mean, they gotta know.
Yeah, they do. But why now, Ben? They've had one medical crisis after another. First Lucinda, and now Hope. I say we hold off telling them anything for the time being.
I haven't allowed myself to think about that for so long.
It's amazing how the mind can suppress things.
Talking about it brought it all back. It still hurts.
Well, it's a terrible thing for a child to be forced to choose between a mother and father.
I remember not being able to breathe and wishing I could die so I wouldn't have to decide.
But you did.
I stayed with my mother. And I never saw my father again.
Never?
Occasionally on birthdays and holidays I would ask about him, but my mother never answered. After a while, I just decided to try and forget.
Only you never did forget.
Sometimes I wished I'd chosen him.
Well, I'm sure that he misses you terribly.
He never tried to contact me. You know, he probably remarried, had a couple of kids, and never gave me a second thought.
I can't imagine that. What? What is it?
When I was a teenager, my mom made me take this part-time job at a bank. She thought it would be good for me to learn about finance. One day, I looked up and I saw this man watching me. He was staring at me, and I couldn't help it. I could have sworn that it was him.
Was it?
I don't know. I got flustered and I looked away, and by the time I got the courage up to look back, he was gone.
Well, if it was him, that's a very sad story.
It's a sad story anyway. I used to be so jealous of all my friends who had their fathers. In high school, we had this father-daughter dance. I used to dread it. One of my mother's boyfriends would always take me, but it was never the same. I used to watch the way the other fathers would look at their daughters with so much love and pride in their eyes. It used to make me so angry. I just wanted to feel safe and protected the way that they did.
You're safe now, Julia. Even though your father's gone, you have me. I'm here.
Does your older dog seem confused? Doesn't recognize you? Or turns away when you pet him? It could be due to a medical condition called cognitive dysfunction. So if your older dog loses interest in your family and no longer acts like he used to,
we're home.
Ask your veterinarian if Anapril can help. Side effects may include vomiting, diarrhea, or behavior changes. Consult your veterinarian before using with other medications or tick collars.
Introducing Hershey's Bites. No, little bites. In 4 of your favorite flavors. New Hershey's Bites. For a big taste, have a little bite.
Designed with floss in mind, the Colgate Total Professional Toothbrush has bristles that clean down and around teeth and along the gum line. Colgate Total.
It's allergy season again. So what do doctors prescribe for itchy, watery allergy eyes like yours?
Patinol.
Patinol. More than any other prescription allergy eye drop?
Patinol.
Patinol works fast. In just minutes.
And it lasts 8 hours.
It really works.
Some people may experience headache, burning, or stinging. Take your contacts out before use.
Bye-bye, allergy eyes.
Patinol. Works in minutes. Lasts 8 hours.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, can you cook something? Cook something, cook something. Cook something.
Now you can enjoy that great ballpark taste in no time. Introducing Ballpark Singles, individually wrapped for your microwave to steam in that flavor you love and the big juicy taste you expect from a ballpark.
You could be a chef.
I'll stick with Ballpark. New Ballpark Singles. Such a big juicy taste, they plump when you cook them.
Hey, look at who's all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Hey, Parker.
I hope you didn't wake him.
Oh, no. He was sitting up in his crib playing with his mobile. You want to come over here and say hello to your Uncle Hal? And look at all this great stuff he's brought for you.
Uh-oh, I think he already spotted it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Huh?
I think he's got a little detective in his blood, just like his Uncle Hal.
Won't you give him to me, Brad?
No, I think he wants Hal to hold him.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Everybody, you want to come to me, huh?
Hal.
Yeah. Whoa, boy, what are we raising? A linebacker here? He must have gained 5 pounds since the last time I held him.
No, he hasn't gained that much, Hal.
You know, he really likes you.
You think?
I mean, did you notice the way he lit right up when he saw Hal? Almost as much as when he saw
It's
you.
because Parker is such a nice little boy, that's all. Hal, can I get you some coffee or something, anything?
No, I told you, I gotta go. Don't I, big fella, huh?
Hey, Hal, before you go, I'm just curious. Who do you think he looks more like, Mommy or Daddy?
Well, his mommy, of course.
I don't think he's got John Dixon's mustache, does he?
No, I don't see much resemblance. Not if you ask me.
Nobody did, Brad.
Well, you know what? That's really kind of funny.
What's funny?
You two together.
Huh?
All right, Brad.
Hey, don't shout. You'll freak out my pal here. Come on.
Is that all right as in yes?
Yes.
No fingers crossed?
I said yes, you nitwit.
Hey, what is it with you two? Ever since I got here?
Yeah, no, I know. We've been sort of sniping. Maybe I ought to explain why.
No need to explain.
Oh, yes, please, Carly. Explain. I mean, Hal was nice enough to come over here and share his good news with us. We could at least share ours.
Brad, you proposed to me just before you came in.
And I've been impatiently waiting for an answer.
And now he has it.
I was just telling Holden how much better Hope is doing already.
Yes, you've made her parents very happy.
Well, we're all very thankful.
So, what happens next? When can we take her home?
We'd like to keep her overnight for observation.
Overnight?
Yeah, but tell you what, we can move her to a private room. That way you and Lily could stay with her. How's that?
Okay, that's great.
All right. Okay, why don't you go to admissions and they'll make all the arrangements, all right?
Thanks, Pop.
Thanks again.
Sure.
If the computer can't find a bone marrow donor.
Then we tell Holden that he's not the father.
Because if her biological father is still around and he's a match.
Ben, you don't have to tell me this. He could save the baby's life.
She doesn't need me hanging around bugging her. It's up to her now.
I'm such a mess.
You're not a mess. You are a wonderful person who's just coming to terms with a very painful part of her life.
I feel so drained.
Well, confronting childhood ghosts can really take it out of a person.
I feel like I've been torn into a million pieces and I have no idea how to put myself back together again.
One piece at a time.
You make it sound so easy.
Well, it isn't, but you're not doing it alone. I want you to think of this as a new beginning, Julia.
But if I can't continue seeing you, then...
No, you don't have to make that decision right now. I know we just had a wrenching session, but you also made a tremendous breakthrough. I think the best thing for you to do is just go home and take some time and reflect on what we did here today. You should be very proud of yourself, Julia. You opened a door that's been closed for far too long.
I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Reed. I can't give you up.
This could be the year you quit smoking. Zyban can help. It's a totally different way to quit. Not a patch, not a gum. Instead, the first pill that is part of a comprehensive program from your doctor can help you quit smoking. Zyban helps reduce your urge to smoke and makes quitting bearable. And now this can get you started with Zyban. A $5 coupon. Call 1-888-977-STOP to get yours. It's important to know there's a risk of seizure associated with Zyban. To reduce the risk, don't take Zyban if you've had an eating or seizure disorder or are being treated with Wellbutrin. Don't take Zyban if you're taking an MAO inhibitor. Side effects may include dry mouth and difficulty sleeping. Zyban won't work for everyone, but this could be the year you become nicotine-free. Ask your doctor if Zyban is right for you. And break free from nicotine. Break free from smoking.
Announcing a new way to see, near and far, the way nature intended. The creator of AccuView, the most prescribed contact lens, is introducing the revolutionary AccuView bifocal contact lens. The first with pupil intelligent design, near and far. Get out of wearing glasses and get into life, both near and far. New AccuView bifocal. It's how you see things. Visit your eye care professional or call us for more information.
Glade Plug-in's Extra Outlet has the extra outlet built right in. So you can make any room in your home Glade fresh without blocking your outlets. Plug-in's Extra Outlet, fresh from Glade.
Plug it in, plug it in.
1 Minute Maalox or Mylanta Supreme? Before you choose, you should know that Maalox Maximum Strength neutralizes over twice as much acid. When you get heartburn, make it 1 Minute Maalox. The #1 choice of hospitals.
Tonight after Cosby, beware. It's the King of Queens double date from hell. It's only a couple of hours.
So is childbirth, but I don't want to do that either.
Then on Raymond, everybody loves marriage.
If it's the right person, it's good. It's really, really good.
I would like a minute for rebuttal.
And Becker takes a crack at marriage counseling.
He just needs a little time to pull his life together.
I know, I'll get a bottle of bourbon and drink myself to death.
See, he's already got a plan.
All new Becker on the funniest night of the week. CBS tonight.
His wife won him his freedom, but now his life is falling apart after a woman's love rescued him from